Hey guys, and welcome to another Transfer Targets video. If you didn't know, in this series we basically pick a random team from around the world, look at their weaknesses, then pick out some transfer targets, so who they could buy in the summer, and then finish with a potential lineup for next season. Today we're looking at Borussia Dortmund, obviously playing the Bundesliga under manager Jurgen Klopp. For me, their main weakness is the striker position. Why? Well, basically Robert Lewandowski is left to join Bundesliga champion Bayern Munich, leaving a lack of quality. Lewandowski at Dortmund has been absolutely fantastic. Part of the reason obviously he's going to Munich, very clinical striker, very good, one of the best in the world. So obviously they need to replace him with maybe 1, 2 or 3 players. They've already bought Immobile from Torino, who did very well last season, scoring 22 goals. But I believe they need to get another striker. So here's 4 options they could go, and I've gone for one in particular who I think would be their best buy. Starting top left, Edin Dzeko of Manchester City, currently 28 years old. Probability of happening 40%, player rating 8 out of 10. Giving him an 8 out of 10 because he's very clinical, very good finisher of the ball normally. Can have a few off peaks in the season where he's not quite at his best, and also doesn't have much pace, not the best dribbler on the ball, but his main strength is finishing because he is very clinical, very good player. Probably won't leave City in this window, but maybe the window after. That is a possibility. Moving on to the bottom left, Wilfried Bony of Swansea City. He only moved there last season to Swansea and had a fairly good season, had a bit of a slow start but started to gather pace as the season went on. Currently 25 years old, very good header of the ball, that's where most of his goals come from, in the box, heading it in from corners and crosses, but also a very good clinical finisher with both feet. Probability of happening 30%, I can't see Swansea letting him go for cheap, well I can't see him going anyway, only just got a very good player, and of course Michi looks like he's going to another club as well. Player rating 7 out of 10. Just like Dzeko, he's unlikely to run past people, but again is very clinical and main strength is heading of the ball. Moving on to top right, Romelu Lukaku of Chelsea, 21 years old, obviously a very good player. He's been at loan the last 2 seasons. He was on loan at Everton last season, did very well, very fast, very strong, very clinical. He's basically an all-round player, all-round striker. Although for Belgium in the World Cup he was very poor. I don't think he scored 1 goal and was replaced by Origi in many occasions. I think every match that he started he was replaced. Player rating 7.5 out of 10. You know, he's got the potential to be one of the best strikers in the world. He really didn't do much at the World Cup. I don't really know why. Main strength is finishing. Hopefully he'll have another good season next season wherever he is. And then finally, a former Borussia Dortmund player currently at Manchester United, Shinji Kagawa, 25 years old, struggled to get into the Manchester United setup, but that doesn't surprise me. If the likes of Rooney, Mata, you know, world-class players where he wants to play, he's been pushed out to the left when he does want to play, so he doesn't want to play there. Probability of moving only 25%. If he doesn't have a better season under Louis van Gaal, I can see him moving in the next transfer window, because he'll want to play. 25 years old. Player rating 7.5 out of 10. Obviously not the strongest, not the best dribbler of the ball, but he's an absolutely fantastic passer, and Borussia Dortmund would love to have him back. Manager is obviously Jurgen Klopp. Here's my, I forgot to say, I chose Dzeko out of the 4. I just think he's the most clinical at the minute, the most best, the most experienced. But you lot might disagree, tell me in the comment section. This is my strongest Borussia Dortmund lineup for the 2014/15 season. In goal, obviously, Weidenfeller of Germany. He didn't play in the World Cup because obviously Neuer was there. Neuer's been absolutely fantastic, but was the replacement keeper. 33 years old, so getting on now, but keepers seem to get better with age. Then the very strong partnership of Hummels and Subotic. Subotic has just returned from injury and is back to training. Hummels obviously just won the World Cup and played a vital part in Germany's road to success. Obviously Sokratis had a very good season last season for Borussia Dortmund, but I can't see him beating Subotic to that position. He will play, but not as much as Subotic, in my opinion. Moving on to the fullbacks of Schmelzer and Piszczek. Very experienced. Piszczek, obviously Polish, Schmelzer German. I don't think Schmelzer got in the German team. I think it was left out just before the squad was announced. Not sure about that, but obviously they won the World Cup, so who am I to argue for that. Then the midfield three of Bender, Gundogan and Mkhitaryan. Gundogan obviously just returned from injury and it looks like he's put on a lot of weight, but I'm sure he'll lose that and return to form. Bender, a very solid player, 25 years old, quite experienced, obviously got his brother Lars Bender at another club. Can score the odd goal and is a very good pass for the ball. Mkhitaryan did very well last season, getting about 10 goals and 13 assists, but at times wasn't the best. Very good dribbler of the ball and will get you a few goals. And then finally, the front three, which is absolutely deadly if it was to happen. Aubameyang, Royce and Dzeko. Aubameyang, he moved to the club last season and was very, very good. Played on the right mid instead of striker, where he was at his old club. Very fast, very good at crosses and great finisher of the ball. Obviously, Royce, one of the best players in the world at the minute. He didn't play in the World Cup, unfortunately, with Germany because he was injured, but is absolutely fantastic. Could well move, but I hope he stays at Borussia Dortmund because he's been absolutely class there. And then finally, up front, we've got Dzeko, who I think could move. I'm not sure. 28 years old, would be a great transfer. Very clinical, as I said. And as I said earlier, Immobile, 22 goals for Torino, has moved as well, so he could play there as well. Average age of the squad is 26 years old. Seems a fairly solid squad overall, defensively and attackingly. Tell me what you think of it in the comment section, and goodbye.